kids. I don't remember.
Alright, so we are live on my cell phone for Spreaker. Sorry, guys. It screwed up.
Computer is scanning and repairing the drive.
It just... I think it's probably a little too hot in here. I need to put that in a more ventilated tower. That's probably one of the issues.
Get it water cooled. What?
Yeah.
What?
That would probably make a little bit of a difference. You know, just a hair.
So when are you going to get central air installed?
Almost.
As soon as I got $1,500 to spend,
Fair enough.
I need to get Hannah's cord. Keep talking about DCC.
So what cosplays did you like?
Guess that you
Yes?
really enjoyed? Yeah.
I don't really know. It's like I saw. I wish I could have seen the Weird Al panels. I think that would have been
Right.
something. I mean, you kind of grew up with him. You don't.
Huh?
You do not listen to like Gangster's Paradise without like subbing in Amish Paradise.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Like he's like ruined it
Or,
for me, but
Red
I
and
still.
Nerdy.
Yeah.
It's white and nerdy.
Oh yeah.
It is, yeah, that's permanently white and nerdy.
Yeah.
Or like Tacky, the spoof off of Happy. Like
That one's a little much for me. It gets old quick.
well, that's because like Happy was played out.
Yeah, and I think that's probably what it is, too.
Yeah. White.
Has he done, like, an Uptown Funk song yet?
I would hope so. It seemed like
Because that totally seems like something he would do, but, like, I don't think he's done that.
I can imagine that as well.
any other guests that you.
Yeah. Alright. Let's see. Okay, so Daniel's commenting on the Facebook page. He's here now, so for me this year was superior to last year by leaps and bounds, though I did have some complaints. But I put that on my personal Facebook page.
Well, yeah, that's fine. Like at the weapons check or weapons hold area, there were so many weapons that if they were guns that were made like with metals or wood,
Yeah.
they were not allowed in the con. It was like, obviously safety reasons.
And
you don't want people getting hit.
Actually, after I believe the first day, they actually just made it completely like
No
they
guns.
changed it completely no guns whatsoever.
Yeah, because
Which I mean, fair enough. People were getting pissed anyways about like, well, does this pass? Does this pass? Does this pass?
my sword didn't need one. I went over there and was like, oh yeah, it's foam. You're fine. I was like, oh okay,
Yep.
cool.
So I think for next year, if they do the same stuff, I'm just going to get 2 pieces of cardboard and then just print the guns
Well,
on
if you
either side.
if you take a picture of it, or
Yeah.
even if you just like put a one sheet of EVA foam over it,
Mhm.
and then just carve your gun into it,
Yeah.
it's not a gun.
See, that's what I'm not sure is even with EVA foam, they might still be like...
Right.
But if I do a piece of cardboard or a piece of like
Well, not
super thin like
I think-
board
not EVA foam. Maybe like
My
those
two
project
favorite
foam or
things-
something, where it's like super thin.
is possible.
My 2 favorite things. I mean, one thing about like costuming and theater, adapt, right?
Yep.
One of my 2 favorite things that I saw that this weekend that people did in lieu of the no gun rule. Some people took cardboard and printed out the Error 404.
Not found. I did
weapon
see that.
not
I did see
found,
that.
or prop not found, and glued that onto a piece of cardboard. And then the Cat for Kids bunch, they actually had fake bananas, wax bananas, that they used as guns instead.
I think that sounds just as fun.
And there was actually a Deadpool cosplayer who had real bananas that he was using as.
Yeah, he was in the
I saw
X-Men
that one.
cosplay.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, it's con. Go to have fun. I mean,
Yeah.
work around it. It sucks.
They're trying
but-
to make it safe for. They're trying to make it safe for everybody. So
exactly.
It's just like,
so I mean, it obviously it sucks that they have to make changes like that, but
Save
you know,
your props
say la vie.
for,
Just
like,
roll-
outside of con
roll with the
shoots
punches.
and everything, but like it's just that's not what con is about. Plus, a prop is something you have to carry around. Like, how are you going to carry around?
If it's
something
if it's a
that's
cardboard
not?
piece of like a gun, you're just like, hey, it's super light, and like you can actually like some of the guys. I think Cable had a cardboard cutout
Well,
of
and
a
that's what I was
weapon,
thinking
and
is-
it looked actually really good in pictures. I was just
There
like,
was a
oh,
Soldier
yeah.
76 that did that, and that's what I like that because he didn't have it It was uncolored for some reason, which was weird. But
probably
that's what he had
it
done.
Lickety split, and he had to.
Yeah. So I mean, it was a good idea. So for cons where you can't carry guns, just print it out on a piece of cardboard. I mean, you're holding it like this, or like this, or like this. They're not going to really know. You get the point across. And I was still Reaper without my shotguns.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
it doesn't make or break the costume. Like, people either love it or, whatever, and get over it.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're cosplaying as Guts from Berserk, because that sword kind of makes the
otherwise
cosplay.
you're just a dude with one pauldron.
You're just a dude in armor.
Yeah, that's all that is.
Something, or like Cloud from Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
Maybe you can tell by the hair if he does it right.
Yeah.
But there are the sword is that.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean, even like with a lot of the Overwatch, or even like Umbrella Corp. You know what Umbrella Corp is. You know the Overwatch characters because they're extremely they're like, yeah, that's Overwatch.
Yeah, clearly. Unless they were doing some like off color, not part of the memoir, which is fine. I like it anyway.
Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, I mean, the whole point of this is work around it. I mean, con is still well worth it one way or the other. You just gotta roll with the flows. I mean, that's the state of the nation we live in.
I'm making a banner for my young Genji. One's gonna be like SLYK radio in that weird banner thing, and the other one says, "I need healing."
Yep, I need to do that with the Reaper. So, because all I have to do is cut a hole behind one of the armor pieces on the back of the coat, and just make it like a belt, so it'd come out, sticking like there. Yeah.
But you'd have to make it like extendable, like so you're going through doors.
Yeah, so I could pull it. Like the thing that's holding Shell's head on. But yeah, no, it was real fun. What else did we get? So we talked about Artist Alley. We did a bunch of interviews with some cool artists.
Dude, I'm excited to read some of those books.
Yeah, I am too. I mean, they were exciting. Let's see. We did John E. Stith. He did a whole bunch of books about like space and stuff like that. What do we got? Wendy Terrian.
Wendy Terrian.
What else do we do? Hold on.
Did you get the other oil can drive book?
Hell yeah, I did. Hold on. We got a whole bunch of these. I'm trying to look through the...
Like, there was one that we did with a woman her characters were based on Indian mythos. And that's a cool thing to me because, like, I know of these gods and stuff, but...
Corinna Flynn. Was she the one that did that?
Corinna Flynn was a different person.
She did, yeah. It was C.R. Richards.
But it was still very cool. Like, I want to read the one about the Indian like mythos and all those gods. It was like, like how it plays into.
No, it was Amelie.
Amelie.
Amelie that did that. But yeah, we got a bunch of cool interviews from awesome books writers. So make sure you check that out. And then this was the panel I did. It was with this chick who does the Devil's Panties. Janine Breeden. She was the one she talked so much, and it was awesome. It was really awesome. It was fun doing the panel with her. And then the other panels I did, for example, were with the cover artists who have been working on like Deadpool and...
Well, they're not just cover artists. They do like...
the actual illustrations. So let's see. I did Sean Crystal, John Timms, Aaron Cooter, and then Bart Sears, who have done a whole bunch of different cover art and illustration within the novels, or in the comics. So, yeah, that was awesome. That was really fun doing that panel. I think that was my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get all those posted. That's for damn sure.
Over the next few weeks.
Yeah. It'll take a little while. It's a lot to do, and I like having a bit of a break and not doing anything, and not to mention... Overwatch had some changes, so I'll be playing Overwatch a ton. Now, the beer that Shell was super excited to talk about.
What are we at beer?
We're at beer, I think. Unless you got something else you want to talk about.
Not.
From Comic-Con?
Oh, we're like doing that Comic-Con beer now?
Yeah,
I wonder. We're gonna wait for the craft brew and review.
No, I was doing all the con stuff and do the beer at the end, like we do at the show.
Okay.
So the con beer was I Am Brute from Breckenridge Brewing, who rocked it this year. I mean, so many years, so many bad beers. I know I'm a hops bitch. I mean, we've well established that in the show. I don't like it. But the beers they did in the past, there was something weird about them. Something real weird. The Iron Brut, though, was spot on. It had excellent flavor. It had excellent taste. It wasn't overcarbonated. There was hops, but it was like it added to the flavor instead of overpowering it. It was exceptional.
I don't think we were drinking the same beer.
So what did you think about the beer then?
I think it resembled the Snapercot, which resembled the year previous. Like, literally, I think they just keep adding, let's try this flavor instead of this ingredient.
Huh.
Every year. It's the same beer, it's the same recipe. They just changed the ingredient.
Interesting. Yeah, like all the past years, I had trouble finishing the beer. I really did. Like, it was a struggle.
Oh, I had trouble finishing this beer.
Yeah, I remember. You're just like, hey, we're all finished with our drink.
He's like, I bet he's on his third drink.
Third.
You're still on halfway through your first.
Still milking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the last few years, it took me all day to drink like a beer. Last
year, I liked the Snapercot better than I liked this one.
Yeah, but I think I had maybe 6 or 7 of them over the con weekend.
Now I don't know this for sure, but I believe, like, to my palate's tasting, my best guess is they're using the same hops that they have used in like the last few years, like the same kind of hops or style of hops or whatever you call it. And I just don't like it. Like, it tastes like, honestly, it tasted like a step up from a Coors.
Well, since it's an American, brewing company, they use American hops. American hops are a little bit more bitter than most hops. If they started using, like, European hops, Europeans hop have a much sweeter taste to it. So if they switched over to that, maybe you might...
Yeah, they just need to branch out.
Yeah, because all the Breckenridge beers do have a very similar taste.
They're part of InBev.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and
they should get Venetucci to do it.
Those mountain beers always are skunky. There's something about them. They're skunky and they got a weird hops. I don't know what it is. It's just like, we want our beer to taste the same way weed smells.
Do you think, like, maybe because, like, it gets harvested and then, like, maybe freeze-dried and then shipped over?
Well, because our growing season is, like, only X amount of time because we're not as warm in the off-season.
It's very plausible. So you never know. But
the storage of the hops, and then plus, like, for when they brew it, like, I mean... I don't know, they're brewing it in, like, early spring.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's very possible. So, I mean, you never know. But really what it came down to for me this year is that they finally made a good beer. It didn't work for Shell, which, it happens. It happens.
Okay. It's not really my style of beer either. This one was more of, like, a wheat, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was a hoppy wheat. It was pushing pale ale.
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
pushing, not quite.
Pushing,
I can see that. And that's why I'm just not a pale ale kind of person.
Yeah. So.
I mean, everybody has their different tastes, and, like, I'm glad that you guys liked it. I'm glad that they finally, like, made a beer that was, like, up to par.
Yeah, honestly, I thought it was a step up from what they did last year, and if they wanted to step into, like, amber,
sweeter.
I think they would do a decent job doing, like, if they hopped over to, like, an amber beer.
Mm-hmm.
Have they done blondes?
No, I'd love to try a porter.
Open for that.
Ooh, if they did a porter, yeah, I'd be down. I'd be down for porter.
Because I mean, porters work well with heavy hops. So I mean, if they did a porter for DCC, I think that'd be a good median. So I mean, you never know. I mean, it's one of those things. It's like if they did there's a lot of people who don't like porters too. Dude, so that's the hard part.
We could do it for Black Panther.
I feel like. To the I guess, like, pale ale or lager, if you will, is more widely, like, popular.
Yeah.
So I mean, I understand, because all the beers have been on the lighter side that Breckenridge has done for Comic-Con. They've all been on the lighter side.
But also, I think if you make a good tasting beer, I don't think it matters. I think, like, if people are DCC and, like, that's one of their traditions that they go through is get the beer, they're going to get the beer and they'll be like, dude, this beer is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And then off to the races they go.
Yep.
Just telling people.
And maybe, like, too, we've, like, just been so disposition to it. Like, we have not liked them at all, so that we just expect horrible.
Yeah.
It's possible. But either way, I was happy with it this year. JP was, Hannah was, Benny was, but it didn't work for Shell, which is why we have so many different opinions of the beer. That's the good part.
Skill, 0.25 to 5, or 0 to 5, I guess.
Yeah, 0 to 5.
What do you give it?
I'm gonna give it 3.5.
I give it a 4 for
Okay.
the beers
I
that
give
it merged.
Probably like a 2, maybe a 2.25.
I think we're gonna round around to 3.
3, yeah.
3. So yeah, so that's a 3, which is still a
it
pretty
was
damn good score.
Tolerable. I did drink the whole thing.
Yes, you
before
did.
it got
Yes,
warm.
you did, you little scamp.
The Snapercott I had to give away. I couldn't finish
So
it.
was I.
I liked the Snapercat, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was gross. But you know, that's how it works. So, but yeah, so Denver Comic Con, all kinds of cool panels, all kinds of cool guests. We're going to get more posted over the week. Had
Cosplays were awesome. But
Yeah.
I just love that cosplay is a thing now, and like everybody's like, ooh, let's try it. Because it just means that the materials and the techniques are getting better and better, and every year costumes are just even more amazing and elaborate.
Dude, I was so happy with my Reaper. I was so worried in the beginning.
I
was
told you you're gonna find.
This looks like shit. I'm not gonna. This look anything like Reaper.
I don't want to do a table flip. But I was like, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah, it turned out pretty well. I mean, especially for not really have sewed like that before. Like I fixed like the crotch and pants. I mean, that was the extent of my sewing.
Right.
So-
No, it looked good.
I did not sleep on Thursday. I went from Thursday to Friday, drove up to Denver.
I at least went to bed at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I think I finally fell asleep at 3:30, and then woke up at 6:30.
And I still beat you to the con.
Yep. So, I mean, yeah, it was that cosplay crunch. There's no doubt about that, but it was well worth it. I mean, this nose is what kept me up till 3 in the morning.
Stress myself out over cosplay just because I needed to not.
Well, it wouldn't have been stressed out if I'd have started it earlier, like I should have.
Right.
It would have been a different story altogether.
I don't think it's the time. I think if the time devoted to it, like how intense we were when we started. If we had the same intensity as we did like the last week, we would have been done 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, been just fixing small shit.
Yep, and I wouldn't have watched Mod Podge like cover my sheath, both of my sheaths for my swords. I just looked at it, anger and tiredness just raining over me for 5 seconds, and I was just like, yeah, I guess I'm not bringing you guys with me today.
I'm done with this right now. I can't go any further.
Cosplay woes.
If you wanted to wedge the door partially, cosplay woes.
Yeah.
I wish.
Woes of cosplay.
Yeah, I wish I would have had time to put a fucking cooling fan in the damn.
I'm like, man, that's gonna be. He's like, his Reaper was like pleather, and I was like, this is.
Yeah, I did the full pleather coat. I had the chest armor. I had chest plates, pants. I had the full armored boots, and then I had a full face mask. And then the pleather went over my head, so it was literally just sealing in the heat.
And, like, his gloves were changing color.
Like, the rubber in the gloves were getting wet.
And meanwhile, I'm just like in young Genji, well ventilated. Still sweating, though. But,
yeah, it was hot.
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough.
Yeah.
But, honestly...
Many bodies into a confined space. It's the... Con funk is real.
I didn't
don't know,
smell it as bad,
on
though.
Friday when we walked into the closing or opening ceremonies, and like you kind of walk into the theater, and it's definitely like, okay, there's some people in here, and then you get like a little further down into the crowd, and then it just hits you.
See, I didn't smell it as bad.
You didn't notice it? Oh man, yeah.
Don't get me wrong. There were some people that walked by. I was like, oh,
rancid
God! And then there was
The
always
guys.
the dude that wore leotards but didn't know how to wear a cup. There were plenty of those.
Spider-Man's. I'm looking at you.
Yeah.
Dance belt, guys. Dance belt.
But anyways, I mean, I didn't think it was as bad this year. It's almost like some people heard our advice and took it to heart.
It's like, hey.
Like I said, like the cosplay is becoming more and more accepted, and I think people are like sharing those tips with each other.
If you are going to cosplay, bring some Febreze, and at the end of the day, when you have your thing off, Febreze your costume.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't think about that. Because I brought a Febreze bottle with me, I was like, okay, this just in case I wear this the next day, I'm gonna Febreze my costume.
Yeah.
So like, it's not just like some swampy sweat smell attacking people.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and then I'm going to change my chest armor too, so that it's going to actually be a little more washable.
And I found out at the Cosplay 8 station that they had like these rubber thimble things that cover almost all your finger, but were extremely helpful in the hot glue section where you weren't burning yourself, like attaching it to cloth and stuff. I'm like, that's
I wonder
ingenious.
if they would even work for touchscreen on the phone. Maybe. So that you actually have like a heat rubberish. Because if you're wearing gloves and your fingers are actually a little warm, it works through it.
Right. Rubber gloves always work for me on my phone.
Yeah, I bet they do, Dexter.
Never.
Murderer. But yeah, so no, Con was excellent. We had a great time. It ran, that 3 days was badass. Next year, it's going to be the 15th through the 17th, am I correct?
Of June?
Yes, I believe that's right around Father's Day.
Father's Day weekend.
Yeah, so, different from this year. They actually got their normal time that they've had the prior years. So, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so make sure you check it out. Make sure you don't miss out on those 3-day passes because a lot of people did. I saw constant posts of like people like...
You know who's selling them? Those stupid scalpers. It's like selling them and buying them. 3-day passes.
A lot of people like went for the first day though, and like because of the slight disorganization, gave their passes away.
Wow, really?
That's just whiny pansy people.
Yeah, that's like people who didn't want to be there, and then just there was a person that on Saturday when I was coming back and waiting for my elevator at the hotel I was staying at, they gave their pass away. It's like, yeah, we were here Friday and Saturday. It's like, oh yeah, me and my wife wanted to check it out, and this couple was just like, you know what? They had a 3-day pass. I was like, here. It's like, oh, let me give you money. He's like, no, we're good.
That's
like,
awesome.
we already saw it. Like, you guys enjoy Sunday. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
like,
badass. That's badass.
Yeah, a lot of people were just giving away their passes kind of towards the end.
Well, if you've seen 1 and 2, the third day is more of the same. Probably cheaper merchandise.
Like, panels that you really want,
Yeah, but Felicia Day and Nathan Fillion had 2.
Yeah,
it's just
panels
and
like each day.
Weird Al had 2.
Mm-hmm.
The only benefit of going on Sundays is that the merchandise is cheaper.
Yep, exactly. So, but I mean, that's how it works out. But yeah, make sure you don't miss out on next year. It's an awesome event. It's well worth it. Hiro, shut your little pie hole.
That one kind of like gave me chills.
Her bark?
Yeah. It rattled my eardrum.
Hey, Hiro. Hey.
Oh, Hiro.
But yeah, so, I mean, awesome event. Next event we got coming up is Colorado Springs Comic-Con in August.
Have we heard back from them?
Not yet, but I'd still like to go one way or the other.
Because we did not cover it last time.
On September.
We covered it, just not as extensively. I mean, we got photos and stuff. So, but yeah. Yeah, and then like Shell said, Non-Desicon coming up in September.
Sick! I'm super excited. It's just the fandom and the way nerdiness. Like I just seem to like slip in way easier from there.
One of us.
Exactly.
That's what I even put in like the show title for this one. One of us.
Right.
So, but yeah. Speaking of One of Us, and you want to start cosplaying, you can always follow Shell on her cosplay page.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. You can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Shellshock Cosplay, where you can see all my awesome cosplays from Psylocke to Maddie Hatter. I even have Jessie from Toy Story. I just put up a picture of that one from this last weekend at Denver Comic Con. There you can also check out all the events that I take part of, including Club Cosplay Denver, the nightclub for nerds, by nerds. You can check them out online at clubcosplaydenver.com or on Facebook, Club Cosplay Denver. Quick note, ties into Denver Comic Con. Friday night of Denver Comic Con, they did do a big after party at Summit Music Hall. We got to go.
It was
awesome.
way bigger than it was last year.
Yeah.
That's something we didn't even talk about, was all the after parties.
Yeah, there were so many after parties. It was crazy.
So,
but no, Club Cosplay, they're just really awesome. They're like a variety show. They have also all kinds of awesome local talent that comes out and performs for us, and
they were
just cosplay contests. It's a really good time.
They were working with Movie Camp, which was awesome.
Yeah, Elias from Movie Camp was there.
I was like,
Elijah.
what?
Elijah, sorry.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
He's the host.
Yeah.
He's the host. He's a host for Movie Camp and a host for Club Cosplay.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that. I just knew that he was like, because I've done a couple of Movie Camp things, and I was like, oh yeah, he's there. Like, it's pretty awesome.
You should check out Movie Camp. Does some really awesome movie theater events in Colorado Springs. If you guys get a chance, go to them. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah, you get to see the movie like 2 or 3 hours beforehand. You get some cool posters. You might even win some prizes if you participate in their crazy games.
Yeah. So they're pretty awesome. It's always a good time. So prior to Club Cosplay, which was amazing, you had the Denver Comic Con after party on Friday, which was at the Paramount. And they had the beer there, and they had gaming stations, and then these giant freaking drinks.
Oh yeah, the table across from us.
They ordered these drinks, and the waitress brought them to the table, and you just saw all their eyes get super wide, like, what is that?
I think they ordered
one, thinking it was just going to be like a personal drink.
Yeah,
they did, not a fishbowl.
I thought it looked like a Maui Wowie what they ordered, and it came in like this huge
giant
cauldron
fishbowl.
type
Yeah, it was
glass,
nuts.
and it was like, yeah, they got 2 of them, so I think they ended up sharing.
No, they had 3.
They had 3? Oh my god.
They had 3 total between 4 people, so they were probably feeling real shitty the next day.
And then we saw like a cosplay of Mr. Poopy Butthole dancing.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
That was amazing.
I only knew what it was after you told me. You shouldn't have told me, but it was still hilarious. So Saturday evening, at the Hard Rock Cafe was Denver Comic Con's next after party, which they had some bands playing there. It was a good time. It was super packed to the point where like they were having to count people in and out.
That was good.
But yeah, it was super full. So we checked that out for a little while, then we headed back over to the Paramount because I was pretty happy with that place. Finished up a little bit of drinking, then headed home for the evening. But yeah, I mean, it was an excellent time. So yeah, after parties too. Can't believe we forgot about that. So, but if you guys want to check out all the shenanigans, don't forget to follow us on Facebook at SOYK Radio. We posted all of them in a photo album called Denver Comic Con 2017. Go check it out. If you're watching this show for the first time, go find that and see if you can find yourself and tag yourself. It's awesome, because that helps us out too.
I shot the X-Men cosplay shoot extensively, so if you are dressed up as an X-Men or part of the X-Men mythos, you're probably in that.
Most
album.
likely. So yeah, but super awesome, super cool stuff. Now,
something else you might want to check out. We have a YouTube channel.
Yes. So if you go to YouTube and you Google or you check in SOYK Radio, or you follow this link, which I am posting now, If you want to subscribe to us there, we will get everything posted on there. As far as the videos goes, we already have one video of Club Cosplay. We have all the old shows, which are going to get slowly switched out for these. And we're also going to start getting the radio tracks from the interviews that we did. I'm going to compile whatever video we got into one slick video. It's kind of a general synopsis of con. So, yeah, make sure you go check that out. Follow that link over to the Slick YouTube page. There are 2. Make sure you go to the one that has more followers on it right now, because I still figuring out how to get rid of the other one because I haven't spent time on it yet. But coming up next is Slick Feed.
Where we geek on your week.
And it feels so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of feeling good, scientists are looking at taking away some good feelings, but for the better. Humans could be vaccinated from some major issues recently. First of all, heroin. Yeah. So a new vaccine created at the Scripps Research Institute, once administered, blocks the high that comes from heroin, and then is effective for up to 8 months after that. 8 months. So they're thinking that this will actually allow people to, fix their problems, and be able to get off addiction, which is absolutely amazing.
So instead of pumping them full of fucking methadone, they will give you something that gives you no high.
Yeah. So instead of making you addicted to something else altogether, so they got this. Now, my only worry is that with these people, will they be so desperate that they're just going to overdose on heroin trying to get their high?
Right. I feel like that is very real.
It's a very high possibility, but I think that will outweigh the possibility. I think it's going to be more beneficial in the long run. So, I think it's cool. It's very awesome, but even more awesome than that. Yeah.
Yes. This one's really cool. So I actually have a family member who has diabetes. And
as an American, almost all of us do.
Right, yeah. It's very prevalent here in America. But
fatties!
Back in the day, there was the BCG vaccine. It's Bacillus something or another. Like, I can't say all the words. Whatever. It's a vaccine that they used to use to treat tuberculosis. They have now implemented it to treat bladder cancer, so it is a safe vaccine. However, it was not working for tuberculosis, like many things for tuberculosis. But anyway, so it's kind of a cool thing as part of this vaccine. What it does is, like, your immune system produces these T cells, and the T cells attack the cells in your body that create insulin, therefore, like, type 1 diabetes. The insulin is what helps your body, like, regulate its own sugars and stuff. The vaccine is now destroying these T cells, and some patients are actually beginning to secrete insulin again. So it is almost reversing the effects of adult onset diabetes.
Which is amazing. And I just want to point out, 1, secrete is a disgusting word. 2, that's absolutely awesome, because I've had plenty of family members who have suffered from diabetes for a long time, especially being that they're Cajuns from Louisiana. Diabetes is real hardcore.
Well, and, like, diabetes, like, affects a lot more than just the fact that your body, like, can't regulate sugars. I mean, like, it damages your nerves, and you can lose limbs because of it.
Brain functions, higher brain functions.
Like, it's scary shit. And it's your body attacking itself.
Yeah, diabetes is basically cancer.
Yep.
Because cancer it has to do with T cells as well.
Medical cells, yeah.
So, I mean, we're just one step closer is really what this is about. So, I mean, it's absolutely amazing. So, it's just one step closer to that. I mean, we get rid of diabetes. We found out something that's getting rid of cancer as well.
Preliminary stages of testing, but it has been announced by the FDA. Ooh. It is like an official vaccine now for diabetes that they are testing.
Diabetes.
And diabetes.
Thanks, Wilford Brimley.
Oh my god, I don't know if you guys saw him. There was a cosplayer at Denver Comic Con that was like an old grumpy man that had a sign hanging around his neck that said diabetes.
Did not see
totally
Wilford Brimley.
Commercial.
Wilford Brimley.
Yeah.
I have type 2 diabetes.
But anyways, yeah, so just really cool stuff. I really think it would be awesome if this, like, proves, if they can, like, I mean, like, that's the thing, that's why they do the testing, is, like, they want to learn everything they can about it and how it affects different people and how it actually works and how they can, I guess, alter the vaccine to be more efficient and maybe we could eradicate type 1 diabetes.
With any luck, right?
That would be awesome.
So, but yeah, super amazing. Not quite on the same scale, but still pretty cool. Crash Bandicoot, guys. If you guys grew up with your PlayStation, you probably grew up with Crash Bandicoot.
First game.
Yeah. So Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy, was released on Friday, Denver Comic Con. I picked it up for Hannah because she really wanted it. I've been playing it as well. And it's just as frustrating as it was, and I love it.
And can't you play as the female?
Coco?
Yeah, Coco. Yeah, I don't know why I can't remember her name.
In possibly 3?
Yeah, in the third one, I think.
Okay.
But
no, I think with this one, though, with the trilogy, I saw something about you could play as Coco in all the originals.
Oh, I didn't see that as an option.
See that?
Yeah, I think that it might be a DLC or something.
Yeah, there's no DLC. It was weird. I put the game in, there was no updates. I've never put a PlayStation game without updates. I was like, what is going on?
Or a game in general.
Yeah.
Off Steam or anything. You're just like, oh, now their updates are coming in. Cool.
It confused me. I was like, is my internet connected? Is there something wrong?
It's just like the old PlayStation games.
Yeah.
Xbox game, you just put it in.
Plug it in, it just worked. There was no install or anything. So yeah, no. So Crash Bandicoot's out. I got it. I'll probably stream it. Why the hell not? Just so people can watch. The graphics look a hell of a lot better.
But in all honesty, back in the day, we probably like up-res it in our heads.
Yeah,
when we were playing it.
It really is. Like you go back and play some old games like Morrowind, you're like,
nostalgia is good where it's left in the past.
Yeah. Oh,
as soon as like you go back to it, the games do not hold up.
You ever tried rewatching Pee Wee Herman?
Yes.
I was a retarded child. I'm pretty sure I was a retarded child. And I'm not using that derogatory. I thoroughly mean that because that is bad television. Oh my god.
I still love it.
It was so bad. I apparently...
Did you see the Pee Wee Herman cosplayer?
No, I did not. Did he have his hand out of his...
Yeah, I saw him.
Oh my god, whatever.
Did he have his hand in his pants?
No, he didn't.
Oh, okay, just wondering.
He had the laugh down.
Yeah,
like, I was with Jesse on Sunday, and I was like walking by, and he just like stopped me and did the like ha ha and like the weird like funny laugh. You guys, you know. And
you want to word one more time, there, JP?
I can't do that.
It was spot on.
He had the secret word "fun."
Oh man, that's rough. But yeah, no, I will never watch J.P. Herman, Pee Wee Herman, ever again. It is so bad. Shell disagrees apparently because she is insane, at least more insane than I am. Speaking of video games, though, if you guys have been paying attention to a slick Facebook page or the internet in general, Overwatch recently released the Doomfist origin story, as well as the character on the PTR, the public test realm, if you guys didn't know that. Get that installed.
There should be an anime of it. Because the origin story is in anime.
Devin's been in a different city altogether doing security. But
with Luke?
Right.
He was playing the crap out of it.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just it's exciting.
I don't think it's Terry Crews. Everyone is saying it's Terry Crews. I don't hear Terry Crews.
I don't either, unless he's doing a real good voice. You don't hear any of the Terry Crews influxes. I mean, unless the Terry Crews that we've known this whole time has been a character, and then he really actually just talks like this guy.
The Doomfist character is from Nigeria, so like I imagine maybe he might be doing some craziness with, or some method acting.
It's possible. I
You
mean,
think?
you never know. I mean, he really could just be diving into the character, so we don't know. But yeah, the origin story was cool. We saw him fighting some of Overwatch. If you guys don't know what that means, Overwatch is actually part of the crew. They're the good guys.
The World Police Force.
Yeah. So they were actually fighting part of that in what looks like JP said something that should be a full anime at this point.
It was Doomfist versus
Winston, Tracer.
Genji, and Tracer.
Yeah. So it was
And, like if you had seen like the very first cinematic of Overwatch, like that little kid going crazy, like, and like so and so Winston did this, and he hit Doomfist with that. It's like it was pretty much that.
Yep.
That little scene.
It was awesome. It was super awesome. And then so as soon as I got home, I had to check it out. I was playing Doomfist. JP got to play him as well. He has got a lot more going on than the other characters, that's for sure. So he's got a uppercut. He's got a flying punch. He's got
a mini Reinhardt smash.
Yeah,
like ultimate.
A mini Reinhardt smash. He's got a arm pistol. Arm shotgun, and then he has his ultimate, which is like an asteroid attack. So, yeah, I mean, he is like...
I'm gonna play the game, my very first outing.
and JP did really well. I tried to play him on the regular servers, but you have to click so freaking fast.
Your internet has to be, like, we have to have optical.
Yeah, I was like, I was getting, and I got 100 megabit, and I was like, I couldn't. I was like, shit. But yeah, no, I mean, so I played him in the arcade mode, which was the 6v6, and you played him in the
no
limits, pick all, whatever you want. But yeah, and the cool part is that though he has so many attacks, he still is kind of squishy.
He's an offense character.
So, I mean, he has a little bit more health, but it seems like stuff does a little more deep damage against him. So it's an interesting, back and forth. It's a balancing act.
I noticed that when he does that fist charge, he basically stands still. So I don't know, like, how many headshots I got as a Zenyatta. Uh-huh. Just like, when he was... I was like...
Yep.
Just dead.
I mean, it's a good thing that they put some real... This is how you're gonna die things in there.
His, like, fist charge is, like...
devastating.
It can cover ground. 30 meters.
Not to mention, you also have the boop factor almost of Lucio. It's not quite... So if someone's right on the edge, you're gonna bump them off. Which is cool. So yeah, I'm excited to be able to actually play Doomfist in regular gameplay, because I want to see how he does against other people.
I wanted to see, like, how he affects the meta. I don't know if he would. Because, like, Tracer and Genji are such good offense characters. Mm-hmm. Like, in competitive play, it's like, oh, it's like, I'm Doomfist. It's like, let's not play Doomfist.
Yeah. I mean, so it's an interesting character to play. So I'll be checking it out more. I'm not as grumpy and sad as I am about Orisa. That's for damn sure.
Is that updating as often as it should?
I've been refreshing it in the off chance that it isn't. I think people fell asleep. Oh, there we go.
See, Wayne.
No, that was 1 minute though. Wayne just posted something. Flick tries out Doomfist.
He is usually a Hanzo main.
Yeah, so you can check that out. See what you guys think. So, well worth it. Get that PTR downloaded so you can try it out. Is there a PTR on PlayStation?
No, PTR is only on PC.
It's only on PC. So if you got it on PC, that's the only way you'll get to try. Also, if you guys are Diablo fans, don't forget the new DLC is out for Diablo as well, which I will be picking up next week.
Necromancers.
Yeah, I'm going to be picking up that next week. That's I
Which
spent all my money at Con.
I don't think they added anything more than just the Necromancers.
Did they increase the level cap?
Level cap, I think it's still the same. They still have their seasons and what goes through, but
just added a little bit of story plus Necromancer.
Yep. And then Heroes of the Storm, if you guys don't care, they had a new player. I forget his name, but
so yeah,
he's from StarCraft.
Blizzard's doing all kinds of releases. Shit, dude, I don't know. I feel like the Overwatch characters are just gonna keep growing, and we're just gonna have this list that's gonna be like Mortal Kombat, where you're like, there's like 4 rows of like, oh my god, I gotta pick something fast.
Like Noob Saibot was pretty much Sub-Zero.
And then you had Shadow and then Reptile were essentially the same character.
Kintaro and like Shiva.
Yep.
Or not Shiva. Goro. Same
and
character. Same arms.
Katana and Jade.
Melina.
Katana, Jade, and Melina were essentially the same characters too. It wasn't until like Mortal Kombat 4
where they started like branching them out.
Yeah, they were really like, okay, they're really different now. They're not just hot chicks in bikinis. So, but yeah, I mean, so who knows? Who knows where it's going to go? All I know is I'm still interested, and it seems like a lot of people still are. They did a good job with Overwatch. Mm-hmm. I mean, for Blizzard's first-person shooter, holy crap. Yeah, and then, that lunar map is fun.
Yes.
So, but yeah, so where are we at now? So, we're going to skip that one. Researchers at the Charles Stark Draper Laboratory and Howard Hughes Medical Institute have genetically modified a dragonfly so that it can be piloted remotely through pulses in its nerve cord. Yeah, pretty crazy. Now, that's a step up. If you guys didn't know, they already had the ability to control cockroaches.
Yep.
Now, the way they did that, though, was electrical impulses through its antennae. A little bit different, less fancy. So now they're actually doing this, and they're controlling it through its spinal cord.
It's like a little drone.
That's insane!
Which, on the dragonflies are a little bit smaller body.
I don't know. Like some of the dragonflies around here are
thorax-wise, it's smaller.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Not as wide as like a cockroach that they had.
So, I mean, the fact that they got that technology and this, I mean, they're already working on a spinal tap that allows mice with their backs broken to be able to walk again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, holy crap. That's amazing. I mean, doing that and controlling them. Soon, people are just going to be able to lop off their legs if they want to, for plastic surgery or metal surgery, whatever they call it at that point. And, just be able to just have real functioning legs, and it won't matter.
Cyborgs.
Yep. So, I think it'll be pretty awesome. That's exciting. And then, I want to talk about it. I just want to talk about it a little bit. So, Jumanji. So if you guys have watched the trailer, I don't know if we posted it on the Slick page at all. It doesn't really look like Jumanji, but I'm still excited for it.
Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the trailer for it yet.
The latest trailer for it, it actually gives a little bit more story on how they get there.
Yep. So, I mean, it's definitely worth checking out. I know I want to go see it in theaters because it looks good. It's got Karen Gillan in it. That's not the whole reason, but it's part of it.
Big part of it, I'm sure.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Kevin Hart, and someone else.
Jack Black.
Shell obviously does not like Kevin Hart.
Or The Rock. And I hate that duo. Tony loves them.
I think it's fine.
I think it's going to be fun. But,
that last whatever Central Intelligence that they did together, oh, it was so bad.
Oh, I didn't even
see it.
It didn't look like a movie I wanted to see, so.
Oh, so bad.
But I don't know. I like The Rock. I think he's fun. I mean, I've liked him. I liked him ever since he was in The Rundown with Stifler.
Those people hate hard. Like, I haven't seen that guy in anything other than that movie and like any of the American Pies.
Yep, that was it.
Typecasted the shit out of
hardcore. But yeah, so if you guys want to check that out, there's definitely a good trailer out for it. So check it out. Last bit of trailer news: Death Note. Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
That's one I get excited about.
Shell, did you watch the Japanese one by any chance?
Yeah.
So the Japanese one was...
Oh, the Japanese live action? No.
Yeah. So the Japanese live action one was watchable.
Sure.
But still pretty bad.
Like most Japanese film?
What?
Like most Japanese film?
Kind of. I don't know. This
A lot of it's watchable. I wouldn't call it great.
Yeah, that's true.
True. But it could have been done a lot better.
Right.
The only part I think that I liked about the live action Japanese one was L. I thought L was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But now this one. So it's a new Death Note. It's going to be a Netflix movie that's coming out on August 25th. So they changed this one. So if you guys remember back when Ghost in the Shell came out, both me and JP were talking on the fact that if they would have done it all in America, it wouldn't have been the same whitewashing complaints, I think. At least they would have been dumbed down a little bit.
Yes.
So what they did with this, it's almost like they heard people complaining about that, and they decided to be like, okay, well, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to put it all in America, and we're just going to rock it. Mm-hmm. So it's all American based, happening in America, and it's happening with this white boy against L, who's this cool looking black dude. So I mean, they're changing it up a little bit, but the coolest part that I think I'm super excited for was Ryuk, who is Willem Dafoe.
I called it when we were watching it. Like, is that William Dafoe? I was like, I don't know. I was like, that's William Dafoe.
I was like, I think that's Willem Dafoe. And he's like, who? And I'm like, Ryuk. And he was like, I don't know, maybe. And I was like, it is. See?
Yep. And it's just one of those things that's so awesome. Because Willem Dafoe just seems like a Shinigami. Like, when he dies, he's going to be a Shinigami.
Perfect for it, man.
He just plays it so well.
AKA the Reaper. Well, kind of a Reaper. He's the Reaper. Japanese Reaper. But not Reaper from Overwatch. I'm talking too much. But I'm just excited. I mean, Willem Dafoe is just an amazing actor. So I'm excited for this one to come out. And what is this?
Another ad.
Oh, yeah. So I just check it out. It's going to be super cool. Well worth it. I don't know. I'm excited for it. That's what this come down to.
With an air date of August 25th, 2017.
Yes. So in the next few months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exciting.
Next month.
Woo! Now, last bit of Slick. We got the craft brew.
In review.
Yeah, boy. So, as you guys can see, we are drinking right over here. Well, JP drank from Boulevard Brewing. You always do that.
No, I've been good recently, but it's like this
beer, really good. From Boulevard Brewing, we got the Early Rise Coffee Porter. So, delicious.
Gone.
Smooth. Exceptional.
Gone.
It's not an overpowering coffee flavor.
Nope.
It feels like the coffee is a good backer, not the forefront of the flavor. I know I say this.
You get that like bitter flavor.
No,
there's
not at all.
There's none of that bitter flavor.
This isn't bitter.
Yeah, it's smooth through and through. I mean, it's got exceptional mouthfeel. Isn't Food Wars Season 3 coming out
Soon.
too? I'm excited for that.
Watch that anime. Crunchyroll, sponsor us.
Yes. Yeah, so that's coming out soon. But the beer, the flavors, it's got a very light hops to it. If not,
there's some sweetness to it,
and that's what I was gonna say. It's like a sweet hops. It reminds me of what is it? Galaxy hops that I had once. I remember it really well because Rocky Mountain Brewery liked to use Galaxy hops a lot, and it always seemed a little sweeter to me. And they had made a Slick specific beer once, and I liked it a lot because it was a sweet light beer, but it wasn't excessive. Now this does have that sweetness to it. It really is. It's like a nice smooth coffee with like.
It smells like a cappuccino.
Yeah, I don't want to say with like sugar added to it. It's like a natural sweetness. So this might actually be my favorite coffee porter that I've had.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I would say that this is mine too. Then.
I mean, it's so well done. I mean, I generally like Boulevard Brewing.
It actually smells like a really, really dark beer. Or a dark coffee. Like, if it were a dark roast.
Yeah, and it's a very dark beer itself. But everything they did, it's perfect.
Aces.
It's perfect. I mean, it's a 5 for me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. This is delicious beer. I don't even have to question that. It's a 5.
I'm going to say a 5 too. Because, like, clearly mine's gone.
Yeah.
I don't have mine anymore.
Yeah, so.
As soon as I drank it all, I'm just like, shit.
No beer!
I don't have any more for this.
So, yeah. Absolutely delicious. So that is 5 stars out of 5 for Boulevard Brewing's Early Rise Coffee Stout. I suggest you go check it out. That wasn't supposed to rhyme, but I'm glad it did. But yeah, so go check that out. We picked it up from the local liquor store. Delicious. But if you guys are wondering why we're scoring our beers, that's because you can follow us on Untappd. JP's fingering it. Move back, just there. There you go. So that is Untappd, UNTAPPD, the social drinking app where you don't have to feel alone because people can cheers you and suggest beers to you. So, once again, that's UNTAPPD. You can follow us in there at SLYK Radio.
At J Pizzletron.
And
at Shell Shots Cosplay.
Yeah, so you're on there. We're on there. So make sure you can check them out. Untappd.com, or you can get them from the Apple or Android store.
No Windows, you weirdos.
Windows people are weird. Sponsor us. Not Windows.
No.
Untappd.
I mean, if Windows wants to sponsor us, I mean,
if Windows wants to sponsor it,
about how weird your phones are.
This is a good paperweight. You can use it to hold down your papers and keep them organized.
I will sponsor Windows OS. I will not sponsor any Windows products. Maybe the Windows key on a keyboard. I'll sponsor that.
Does Windows own Logitech? No.
I don't know. Who owns Logitech? I'd have to find out.
I think Logitech.
Sponsor us. I love Logitech. Like, specifically, these headphones. These headphones. Get these headphones.
If you want to send us Razer mouses, Razer, sponsor us.
Razer, sponsor us.
We're like MeUndies. Get back to us.
We love you, MeUndies. You made a big difference at Comic-Con.
I did.
But anyways, so speaking of sponsors, we want to tell you about our one true faithful sponsor because they're awesome. Hangins, H-A-N-G-I-N-Z. Make sure you go to our website, solikeyouknow.com. Click on the link on the right side, or just Google it. Hangins, H-A-N-G-I-N-Z. Order yours today. It's only $4.99 with free shipping. Yeah, well worth it. So go check that stuff out. It's awesome. It's cool. It feels wonderful. Wonderful.
Wonderful.
It feel wonderful. I want more sushi.
You had sushi.
I know, but now I want more tomorrow. And the day afterwards. And the day after that.
Cheryl, if you were here, you go on sushi runs with us.
No.
And you big real
We
sushi.
have a conveyor sushi belt.
Which
A
I'm
conveyor
super
belt
jealous.
sushi
I'm gonna
belt
come and
here.
visit you guys, and we're gonna go.
Yeah, we could
You
go.
guys should just come up here and we'll go get conveyor belt sushi.
We could
Is
do
it?
that
Have
too.
you been? Is it good?
I have not been yet. The last time we were gonna go, they actually had that part closed, but it is back open now.
Have-
Tony says it's really good.
Okay, I'm like,
So-
I was gonna say, I'm like, have you heard it's
They
good?
changed ownership, so
So you're not still afraid of sushi anymore?
no, I haven't been afraid of sushi in a long time.
She had a rough day.
Oh, okay.
I did have a rough day. It
I
was
did not hear about
Galaxy
that.
Fest 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You don't go scalps.
But anyways, guys, you know what? Thanks for listening. Don't forget we put out new episodes every Thursday at 9:30 Mountain Standard Time right here on Spreaker /SLYK Radio. We're also on Facebook. It doesn't show up on that one. It goes through the system. We're also on Facebook at SLYK Radio where we do our live feed.
Do you have empty space? You just kind of ended it there. I was like, me next?
Yes.
Like normal.
Do you have empty space on your iPhone or Android phone? Maybe you have a Windows phone that you're just dying to fill up? Too bad if you have a Windows phone. Download the Spreaker app and subscribe to our podcast, or you can stream us on Stitcher, Smart Radio, smarter way to listen to radio. We have new shows every Thursday.
So, like, is not responsible for anything. Ever.
Produced by Slick Solutions somewhere in Colorado.
And so, is completely worthless.
Like your opinion.
Just kidding.
We care.
But your government doesn't.
Don't forget, we love y'all. You have a wonderful evening. That's really loud. Holy crap.
That's super loud.
And when you were doing the intro earlier, I about went deaf.
All right.
Sorry.
But either way, we love y'all. Have a wonderful evening. Guten Tag.
Wiedersehen. Oh, see, Daniel had like quotes on there.
Gonna end the video. Don't know why I muted that. That's where all that shit comes from. They need to hear the music that ends the show right now.
Yeah, stop it here.
Oh yeah.